Canadian night crawlers? Are you still here? Oh, look at that. He's still like somewhat usable. I dumped out my crawlers like 6 days ago before the winter storm, and I got bait waiting for me. Hi guys. What is going on, you dirty old stash crawlers? It is me. It is my Canadian night crawler friends that have been sitting here for 6 days, and we are back at this glorious, raging, ripply Spillway thing leading to a deep hole. Can you guys see that shallow sand flat? Like, that's not deep anymore. It's super weird, kind of deep, blah 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 if you watched the last video. But yeah, this time of year the water is cold and there's a lot of dead spots on the creek where there are no fish. So yeah, I revisit places that had fish, and this spot had fish. We got a new pack of crawlers finally. Was that a voice crack or did that just sound weird? Puberty finally going through it. The left one dropped. And yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get a crawler out. I'm gonna throw a baby whale. This is a spot that can have sawguys and walleyes, so that's the peak of the mountain, but we'll take anything we can get. Come on with me, see what we can get. Stuff, thanks. Puberty, 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 just went through it, congratulate me. Should I use one of the Canadian night crawlers that are frozen? Actually kind of surprised there's still some here, to be honest with you. Figured a damn coon or something or a bird would eat them. Or they'd wiggle away, but they weren't in the best of shape, so they couldn't really wiggle too far. Then we got these guys. Are these American crawlers? I don't know, but I've said it before. The DTF, or the, what's the container that you get from Walmart? Those containers are junk. The crawlers are okay, but they're not as good at crawlers as these crawlers. I'm somewhat of a crawler connoisseur if you're new here, so if you're into wiggly brown things, you are in the right place. But yeah, these ones are definitely better than the DTF crawlers or whatever you get from Walmart. Okay, the deep hole is actually deeper than I was saying last time. Last time I was like, the deep hole's gone and this sucks. I mean, that seemed like 10 feet or so. If it was warmer, I'd wade out onto that sandbar, but not only is it not that warm, there's also nowhere to put my stuff. So the wading thing is put on hold for a little bit. Also, I wonder how deep the other side is. I could always walk down on the other side. Maybe there's a deeper hole on that bank, I have no idea, but for now we're doing this. We got some backup plans, some backup spots that we'll go to if we need. I think at first it's gonna start a little slow because it's the morning time and the noon 30 bite is kind of the deal this time of year. But who knows, there might be a brain dead one sitting down there right now. I hope so. But if there isn't one down there right now, I hope one shows up at noon 30. And stuff. Nope. No, I tried up the way too, and that sucked as well. Maybe. Yeah. What's your name, man? Nice to meet you. All right, well, try to baby whale, try to blade bait, try to crawler. One thing to remember is just because fish were in a non-dead spot of a creek or something this time of year doesn't mean they're gonna be there the next day, especially because it's a little bit earlier and there's a time change. What does a time change do? Would it have been, what would it have been? It would have, okay. It's earlier in the morning than it's supposed to be, right? It says it's 11:14, so it's actually 10:14 based on my previous fishing trips. But yeah, met a subscriber, didn't get a bite. Like I said, we got other spots in mind, so let's head down creek, see if we can find a fish, get a tug, do some drugs, just the scaled gilled finned kind of drugs, not the white rocky kind of drugs that come in a bag. I cannot get this damn thing on All right. This is embarrassing. See you at the next spot and stuff. All right, well, spot number 2 is kind of turned into a cliff. And it got colder last night than I thought. I can't even stick my pole holder into the sand. So, I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe lean. I don't know. Who cares? I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna lean it on my backpack or something. Throw a blade bait, see if we can't find something. Landing fish is gonna be kind of dicey though. But that was pretty deep. That was pretty deep. Alright, that'll have to be good enough. Fish finder time. Is that a bite? I think I'm getting a bite. I am getting a bite. Just thinking about leaving. Maybe a double crawler, frozen water type of day. Whatever it was didn't seem very big. But it was indeed life. I'm gonna rig up the other one into a bottom rig and we'll see what we can get going. Can this go in yet? No. It'll warm up eventually here. I hope. It's supposed to be like 76 tomorrow around here. So things will only get better. Today might be a struggle, but the rest of the week should be pretty good. I have one more backup plan after this. But hopefully we don't have to use it. We might have to use it though. And stuff. Alrighty, they're getting closer. We're moving to spot number 3. What? How's it going?
Nobody.
How's it going? No, not really. A couple hours. Yep. It'll probably get better as it warms up though. Good luck. All right, well, entire family came down, started casting over me from even down the way, and then dude started walking even closer to me to cast over me. You know, I've talked about it a couple times. One time pretty recently, if there's people at a spot that's kind of small, I mean, respect their space, there's plenty of spots. But also, just because you respect people's space like that doesn't mean you can expect other people to. But literally an entire family, one lady wrapped up in a sleeping bag taking a nap. I don't even know if I can get my truck out. Anyway, spot number 3 coming up. Don't be like that though. And stuff. All right, well, after fishing 4 spots, we have arrived at the final spot of the day. And I can literally see fish after not catching a fish all day. Let's do it. I will admit though, sometimes seeing fish isn't really a good thing. And it also got a whole lot windier out this way, but yeah. Desperate times have called for desperate measures. Did I already say that? I'm not sure, but the plan was to come down here and try to catch a bass on a baby whale, and that's what we're sticking to. Then if we got to get desperate to catch something else, then we got crawlers and corn. Water is still clean. Definitely still clean. You know, early spring can be like this. You got to either never give up to get something accomplished or give up and accomplish nothing. So we're going to accomplish something and stuff. I was going to say we need to be sneaky, but they already swam back down to the bottom, so they know I'm here. And that's okay. Hopefully the ground's not too hard and I can get a pole holder in. Seems a lot nicer out this way, but the water's pretty. This little place is pretty. Had to drive 45 minutes to get here, but happy to be here. Pole holder slides right in. Man, it had to be a lot colder at that other spot. All right, out you go, crawly boy. And we're gonna tie on a baby whale and see if we can get a bass fish. It's pretty damn deep out there. It's actually kind of wild. It's a little puddle. And this plant's assaulting me. I don't know if I'd quite say it's 10 feet, but I will say it's deep. And I literally got a fish instantly and I lost it. Yep, we made the right move. Weightless corn. I'm gonna assume he's gonna keep himself hooked. All it took was taking off the weight. I just saw a pretty big catfish actually too. Yep, we still got him. Man, I kind of feel like a bully for picking on these fish again, but I mean, it's been a long time and a lot of fishing. I have barely even got a bite. I want that catfish though. There's like a 5+ pound channel in there. I suppose this could be a big catfish, but I doubt it. It's probably of the common carp variety. And after the Snowmageddon, he means the absolute world to me. It's been fun watching him swim around. It really has. Usually there's some bass in here, like I was saying, but I'm really seeing them. Just an absolute shit piss load of angry common carps. And by angry, I mean increasingly smart common carps that don't even want to bite corn on a Carolina rig. But they are dumb enough to bite corn on a plain hook weightless. I think they're just feeling the weight and dropping it. And I also, whoever bet on the over and under from the last video, I remembered my pliers. So we should be able to unhook him pretty easily. Not that it would be hard without pliers. You guys proud of me? Are you proud of me? I remembered pliers. This place is sloppy. But look at the fucking water, man. Crystal clear water, rocks everywhere, and a hard fighting carp of the common variety, scaring every other fish in here. But we're still gonna try to catch that catfish. I mean, pretty exotic little puddle spot. Sorry, camera was a little too high there. Clean. A bunch of people have been commenting, hey, you should do a catch and cook. And that makes me wonder how many people even saw the carp catch and cook from here. Or the salmon that I oversauced according to the internet experts, even though it was delicious. So yeah, I figured I'd come back here and pick on these guys. And I'm glad I did, because, you know, I just wanted to get bent. And I am currently bent with a golden snickerdoodle carp out of a weird clear little puddle. And his colors are actually pretty insane. You can't tell me that's not prettier than a walleye. Look, I didn't even need the pliers. 24-inch leader, tiny hook. 30 minutes in at this tiny puddle. Finally caught a fish. See if we can touch our prize without sinking to the core of the earth or getting soaked. All right. Not like a big all right. Not a pal. But pretty neat. All right, there's been enough dragging ass in this video. See if I can catch another something. Hopefully it's not a carp. But if it is, I'm cool with it. And things. All right, even though it's a tiny puddle, I can't just end this on a carp, and I'm trying the other side. There's gotta be more than just carp and one catfish in here. Gotta be. Definitely a lot of carp though. Nice. Nice. All right, we had to do a few different things, but ultimately they would not eat the crawler, a weightless crawler. Really wish I had some of my dad's dry flies. I used to have one of them in my kind of everything tackle box, but we got our first largemouth bass and our first lure fish of the season, and it's not a carp, even though some people call him green carp. And he is tiny, and he didn't fight as hard as the actual carp, but it was thoroughly enjoyable watching him eat. I'm hiding behind the tube, and I can see him over there in the shallows. And he shot out and murdered it. Might be a one-hit wonder on the mini jerk, but a one-hit wonder nonetheless. We'll see. Still pretty stoked about that one, even though he was absolutely tiny. And stuff. Another one. Oh, he came off. That was bigger. That one was bigger. Not like huge, but a couple pounds. Well, when I was walking up to leave, I mean, looked down, saw some fish. Non-carpies. Still aren't really aggressive though. Water's cold. The hatch is a bug hatch. I don't have any flies, so it's causing some issues for us, but finding one that's dumb enough every now and again. One more dumb one. Just one more. Or not, whatever, who really cares? Tinier dumb one. Look at that clean water though. It's actually pretty sick. This place is pretty neat. You got it down, buddy. About the same size, maybe a little smaller. Watching me, it was pretty neat though. Alright, well, that definitely was not a barn burner, but I am proud that we never gave up. You know, lots of spots, lots of things. I tried lots of lures, lots of baits, lots of presentations, lots of species, lots of things. And you know what? We ended up with two tiny ass bass and a stinky old carp from this surprisingly crystal clear puddle. And you know what? I can live with it. Hopefully you guys can live with it too. You know, early season after a dang blizzard, our water temps were warming up and now they're colder than balls again, even though balls aren't actually that cold. So I don't know why I even say that, but yeah, we struggled for sure. But we did figure out how to catch fish one of the hardest times of the year to catch fish. During one of the, you know what I'm saying. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate it. Leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you care to. I'm not sure if it actually makes a difference, but I do enjoy reading your guys' comments, and I appreciate them nonetheless. Thanks for watching. See you later. Stuff things, pal. Goodbye.